Hello? Huh? Jeez. So impatient. So impatient, eh? Alright, so. Welcome to the stream. It's Sunday. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all to whom that applies. Happy Father's Day to my dad, who's out there somewhere lurking. And, did I say birthday? I feel like I said birthday right there. I did not mean birthday. I meant Father's Day. So, okay. First of all, give me just 2 seconds to take care of an issue here, because I have no idea who Shout Gamers is, and I don't recall you ever watching my stream before. So, I'm going to get rid of the fact that you have loyalty points, because you don't deserve them. And I'm gonna just pass those out. Okay. I feel like you're a bot. Like you weren't in second place before. So why are you in second place now? Like you have more points than my mom. And that's I mean, she could watch a little bit more maybe, but still. Shout Gamers. Are you even following me? I don't think you are. Alright. Reset. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who's gonna get points? Oh, you know what? Triforce, One Up Triforce just followed me, so. Yeah, I know. I know you're there. Where is One Up Triforce? Where are you? I don't see you on the list. Well, that's not cool. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just... Except for you. Do you? I really don't think you do. Okay. Everybody's gonna get 20 points. Add points. Cool. Okay. So. I don't know how to refresh that. But, alright. So, it should be Heartless One, and then Star Killers, and then my mom. That should be what it was. I don't know how Shout Gamers, unless they, like, watched a bunch of my back videos, but... And if it does, I'll just fix it. So, okay. D&D last night. So, D&D last night. So, we left off in the room with, we were attacked by a bunch of skeletons. Arrakis started that fight by using Thunderwave, which nobody knew that she could do before. And then, Dash noticed that there was a shield on one of the statues that was on the far wall, and the shield occasionally shot out bolts of force and was, like, hurting the people. So, when the fight with the skeletons was over, Dash called Arrakis over and was like, hey, smash that shield. And Arrakis was like, alright. And didn't really question it, because, you know, her friend Dash wouldn't tell her to do something that was unnecessary or bad. So she tried to smash it with her, or, you know, slice it with her axe, but that didn't do anything. So she's just like, oh, I just, you know, it's just not working. And Dash is like, use the sarcophagus. And Arrakis is like, but it might break it. You know, the sarcophagus, which is what they've been trying to do all episode. Like, Dash literally lost a tail over it. And Dash is like, yeah? And Arrakis is like, oh, right. So she ticked the sarcophagus, overhand smashed it into the shield. I rolled a natural 20. Tyler decided that the sarcophagus did 2d10 damage, and I rolled 48 and did excuse me, 36 damage. I did 36 damage to that shield, and it shattered. And then Arrakis fell in love with the sarcophagus, and kind of what was this like, oh, a Dash. I know you'll want what's in here, and I'm gonna give it to you. But do you mind if I keep the sarcophagus? And Dash is like, sure, buddy. So that's where we left off in that room, right? Ian, Ian's character Aaron, who is a Furbolg monk, went over to the sarcophagus that was piled with treasure, and found the amulet, which he picked up. And Papa Zodal was just like, bow before me, and Ian was like, no, and succeeded his wisdom save. So he was not possessed by Papa Zodal, which is great because Papa Zodal is lawful evil, and so he got the amulet of health, which made his constitution 19, which was nice. So then let's see, where did we go from there? We decided we would go down to the third floor because there was some stuff that we hadn't done there. We ignored the room with the hieroglyph tiles for now, and then we ended up in a room with there was a portico, so stone pillars. Hey! Oh, that's who you are. That's so nice. The One-Up Triforce. That's a clever name. Mom was like guide. Mom was like, I think your dad made a Twitch, and I was just like, who joined recently? At the time that she told me that one of my most recent followers was Simple Minded 12, and I was like, is that him? It sounds like the kind of funny, ironic name that he would come up with. Anyway. But it's you! Wow. What were you doing up so late? Oh, I guess it must have been early for you? Anyway. What was I saying? Where was I? Oh, the portico. So, yeah. So, the room had a portico on the far end, which is stone pillars, iron grate, stone pillars, iron grate. And in the portico is another sarcophagus, which is what we're trying to open them all so that we can get free the gods that are in. That's true. Me too. And that's why that job was so perfect for me. Plus, like, the other job started at 5 a.m. and it's all Monday through Monday through Friday, and like Toby frequently runs a game on Sunday night that goes till 2 in the morning, and they are loud and there's no soundproofing. And so I was just like, no, I'll take the 2 p.m. job, and I'll just work till it's late. It's fine. Anyway, so portico, sarcophagus inside, pile of bones, right? Inside the portico on the wall are 4 ceramic frog masks, right? And then on the far side of the wall, there's a little shrine with a statue of a frog that has tentacles. And everyone in the party, well, no. Artist, Dragonbait, Dash, and Aaron, all basically, or, no, not even Artist and Dragonbait. Dash and Aaron. Oh, just a random guy on the internet? Alright. And, oh, you're just like, 'cause it's Father's Day? Alright. Well, Dash and Aaron were both just like, ugh. 'Cause they fought one of those things outside. They fought a Froghemoth, earlier in the quest. So they're just like, oh, that guy. He was really hard to kill. And then, so we're looking around, and on the walls are 4 frescoes. And each one depicts a certain thing happening, and there's a person in the foreground wearing a mask doing something, right? And so we're like, okay, well, looks like, what do we got? Oh, and there was a plaque, like, on the wall that we found earlier in the hallway outside of all these rooms, and the plaque said, only a jewel can tame the frog. But that was on the 2nd floor, but we thought somehow it applied to this room, so it's just like, oh, and maybe we have to be wearing the frog mask too. Well, our warlock mage-handed the 4 ceramic masks out of the portico, and then handed them out, which is, interesting because he's got his madness is greed basically, and so he should have been just like, well, these are mine now. But whatever. I guess, because that's what he wanted to do with them, is to give them out so that we could solve the puzzle. He put, or no, not him. Dash put one on. Arrakis put one on, and Rurik, Toby's dwarf barbarian, he put one on, right? And then Dash is like, I throw my gold brick. Dash found a gold brick, and now every time there's a thing, or anytime there's like a suspicion of like a pressure plate or anything, he's like, I throw my gold brick at it. Yeah, he's literally throwing money at the problem, and it's amazing. Anyway, so he's like, I toss my gold brick onto the shrine, and Tyler's like, okay, nothing happens, and I was like, oh, I found a diamond, because only a jewel can tame the frog, I guess. So she's just like, oh, I have this, and she pulls out the diamond worth 300 GP, and so Arrakis is an 8-foot tall Goliath. Her arms are scarred. She's wearing mismatched clothing. Her shirt barely closes because it was too small for her, because very few people are as large as she is. And she's a clone. She died earlier in an earlier session. Had a clone. Her soul went into the clone. The bad guys were interrogating her, and she escaped. And now she's back with the party. But she's basically she would either be wearing rags or stuff that she found on other dead adventurers, right? So all her clothes don't match. Her boots don't match. She has some mismatched gear that's not very good. 50 feet of bloodstained rope. 853 ball bearings. Just a bunch of random shit, right? And because of earlier puzzles and some earlier treasure, she also has a mask made out of mossy vines that she's wearing, a turban with a peridot that's worth like 25 GP, and so she's got this turban and a mask, right? So she takes the jewel, the diamond that's worth 300 GP, and she walks over to the shrine, and now she's wearing a frog mask over that, like the ceramic frog mask just went on over the moss mask, right? Dramatically drops to one knee, she's being very comical about it, and sets the jewel on the shrine. And her and Dash and Rurik immediately become frogs. And 3 wraiths lift out of the ground and attack the rest of the party, which is Dragonbait, Artis, Aaron, and Demiurge, our warlock, who was invisible, because that's like one of the things he can do as a Pact of the Hexblade. He's just like, okay, well, this looks dangerous. I'm gonna go invisible. And it's funny because like he would do that and not tell us, and we'd just be like, where the hell is where is Demiurge? Demiurge, where are you? And like he'd just be like, I'm over here, and we'd all be like, gah! And so we asked him not to do that. So he goes invisible, and Artis is just like, we asked you not to do that. And he's like, I'm just right here. I'm just, it looks like it might be dangerous, so I'm not going in. So we immediately become frogs. The 2 barbarians and the rogue. So the 2 tanks and the DPS, the damage per second. I explained to the gaming community that knows this already. Become frogs. We now have the statistics of frogs. And I looked that up because it's in the player's handbook. It's in the back near the potential familiars, right? So everything except our dexterity is a negative modifier. And our intelligence is 1. We have 1 intelligence. That is large, and I want to move away from it. We retain our personality and quirks, but our stats are frog stats, which means that we have a -1 constitution. So we have a D4 -1 hit points, minimum 1 hit point, right? So I roll my D4, I got a 4, so I have 3 hit points. And Rurik, the other barbarian, rolls a D4, and he gets a 4, so he has 3 hit points. So the 2 tanks have the most hit points. And then Dash rolls and gets a 1, so she only has 1 hit point. And we're just on the floor, ribbit. Actually, not even ribbit. There's a threat, so we're being very quiet in an attempt to be super stealthy. Anyway, the other I ended up basically Tyler's like, okay, so Artis and Dragonbait are going to be pretty involved in this fight, but I also have to man the 3 wraiths that are in the room. So here, Arrakis, you get to play Artis, and Dash, who had recently decided that she was going to flirt with Dragonbait. Dash, you get to run Dragonbait. So yeah. Dragonbait mained that fight because he has a holy avenger, and they're undead. And but like it's over, and then the warlock, mage handed the frogs into a little bag and was like, "Here, Artis, you hold the bag," and I just need an hour I need to take a short rest, take an hour so I can dispel, the whatever that is that made them frogs. So he takes an hour to recover some spells, or his spell, right? And then an hour passes, and all of a sudden the bag just erupts, and 3 people are there. And Arrakis is like, oh god. and she just like looks at Artis, and she just hugs him, and she's just like, oh god, what? And he's like, they're there. So what was it like being the short one for once? Because Arrakis is 8 feet tall, and Artis is only like 6'7". And I mean, other than Aaron, who Arrakis doesn't really have an interest in, he is like one of the tallest people that she's ever met, which is kind of like it's kind of like on her list of things to look for. Tall, good. Anyway, so she's just like, it was horrible, and my mind. I'm no great philosopher, but my mind was so wee. It was the best. So anyway, we take another look at the frescoes, and we decide we need to do it. Rurik became a dwarf again, and just immediately took the mask off and shattered it. He was like, "Fuck that bullshit." And so we take a look at the paintings again. We decided we got to do it in order. So we need coins, and like one of them is like a bug, which we misinterpreted initially. We thought we had to feed it to Kubazan somehow, or sacrifice it to Kubazan. No, actually, the petitioner has to eat the bug while wearing the mask. And then but the last fresco, the part where the person is in the foreground, their head, that part of the mural has been destroyed by age. Basically, it's cracked, so we can't see if they're wearing a frog mask or not, right? And there's a lot of back and forth on that. In the first 3, they're petitioning help from Kumazan, the name of the frog hemoth god. They're petitioning help from Kumazan, but in the 4th one, they're just lavishing him with gifts and things. So maybe you don't wear the mask while you're doing that. You only wear the mask when you're petitioning for him for help or whatever. There's a lot of back and forth. It could just be that was worn away by age, and you have to wear the mask for all 4 of them. And there's a lot of and then it's just like, well, it doesn't matter anyway because we need to sacrifice an animal, and none of us have an animal, you know. And then Aaron remembers that he has a Firbolg ability where he can make his words and wishes known to animals that are in the area. That he can't understand what they're saying; they can only hear what he's saying. But he also has advantage to charm these animals, right? So he goes and he sits at the entrance of the door, and he falls into this trance, and he just starts making rat noises. And then Tyler basically enacts this really funny conversation between 2 rats that are nearby, who are arguing over whether or not to eat the cheese that's on this little slab of wood with the metal pieces. And then they're like, "Wait, what's that? What's he saying? Oh, there's a guy over there who's got cheese. We should go check it out. I'll be right back." So basically now he has this rat. And the rat comes up and is like, "Hey, bro, what's up? You got cheese?" And he holds his hand out, and the rat's just like, "Is the cheese on your hand?" And he's like, and he's got this rat. Now he's got a dilemma because he's a chaotic good character, and So he's got some things to work out for, but he's just like, eventually he wrestles with it, but he takes some jerky out of his pocket and he gives it to the mouse, and the mouse is, or the rat is just like, oh my god, sweet fucking Jesus, yes, oh, this is amazing, Doug, he's got jerky, and then he passes the rat to Dash, who's at the altar. Dash has donned a frog mask, laid coins on the altar, has eaten a bug, and takes the rat. And the rat's just like, do you have jerky? Do you have cheese? Do you have other treats for me? And takes her knife and kills the rat, and make sure that the blood goes in the bowl of, there was a bowl of rat bones on the altar, and the rat was like, ah, I'm betrayed. Doug, save yourself. That was some funny shit. Anyway. Oh no! I haven't started yet. I'm relaying, as I do post Saturday. I'm relaying what happened in last night's session of D&D. We're doing Tomb of Annihilation. So I mean, if you want to come back in like 30 minutes, I'll probably be playing the game again. I know some people don't like D&D, I guess. Anyway, the last step is to light a candle, but we don't know if we're going to do it with the mask on or the mask off. And there's some deliberation, but eventually, it's determined that if she leaves the mask on, she's the only one who's going to turn into a frog because the others have taken their masks off. And there's only going to be one wraith. Because it was like, the correlation was there were 3 frogs and then there were 3 wraiths. Yeah, that's fine. And it's totally fine. So she leaves the mask on, and she lights the candle, and the portico raises. And then, Rick's character, who is cursed with greed, is just like, okay, cool, I'll go open the sarcophagus. And I can't remember if it was Aaron or Artis, but one of them was just like, whoa, hold on a second. Dash was the one who went through all the trials. Dash should be able to be the one who opens that sarcophagus because she earned it. And also there might be a thing where only the petitioner is worthy to open the sarcophagus. And everybody's like, yeah, okay. And Rick backs off, visibly reluctantly. And so Dash walks over and opens the sarcophagus and looks in without like touching anything, because she's trying to save herself to be possessed by the bunny, which is hilarious. And and so inside is a bow that's visibly rotted, a quiver of arrows that's also pretty old and worn, and a pair of bracers. And the bracers have the sigil of Kubazan on them, but also they have the classic symbol of a bow and arrow. And Dash is like, you've gotta be kidding me. Because aside from Artis, Dash is the only one who uses a bow. And we're not, like, Artis is amazing, but he's an NPC. Probably not going to get something unless it calls for it. Like, unless we have an argument about whether you can be possessed by more than one god. So, she's just like, yeah, alright. So she grabs the bracers, right? And they start to glow, and the spirit of Kubazan rises out of the sarcophagus, and it's just like, you are brave to summon me! Together we will smite Acererak! And I was like, wow, this guy doesn't sound like a dick! Because I assumed, well, I mean, assumptions and all that, we all know what that does. But I assumed that, that the big frog thing with the tentacles was not gonna be the greatest guy on the planet, But actually, didn't sound like a dick. So Tyler's like, and the spirit, advances upon you. Do you, resist? And Dash is like, no. So Dash gets possessed by Kubazan, right? And what happens is you get something from it, but you also get a flaw. There's a flaw that comes with the great gift. There's an upside and a downside, right? Well, the bracers were bracers of archery, so now Dash is proficient with longbows and short bows and like hand crossbows and all that, right? And which is great because she had picked up a longbow from one of the NPCs that we ran into earlier, which is a magical weapon. But it's like a +2 longbow, but she hadn't been able to add her proficiency bonus to it because she's not proficient in longbows. Well, now she's proficient in longbows, so her to hit just went up and her damage just went up. So that's nice. And then it's just like while you are inhabited by Kubazan, your strength is 23. Dash, whose strength before was 8. So all of her strength things just went up by 7. Her strength mod just went up by 7. Her athletic score just went up by 7. Because she was at a -1 before. But, like, that kind of math confuses Matt. So it's just like, you add your proficiency. He's got double proficiency in athletics. But he's like, you add your proficiency times 2, which is 6. And you add your new modifier, which is 6. And you get 12. And they're like, he could have just added 7. That's easier. And I was like, not for Matt. Not for Matt. Matt doesn't do that kind of math. But anyway, so... And then Tyler's like, oh, and you are uncomfortably moist. Matt's character is a cat. So, a furry, moist rogue. And that was hilarious. So, yeah. And then there was there was also a run-in with this room that had a boar's head in it that served no purpose except to, you know, hurt us, really. And yeah, like we walked in and there was this curtain and it was just like it's people having a party and there's a roast boar on the table and everybody's having merriment, and then you pulled that back and this is like everybody's like it's a disturbing scene where, you know, the nobles are fighting and fornicating and all this and everything, and then we pulled that curtain back and it's just like it's a horrible depraved scene where the nobles are eating the servants and the boar is laughing on the table and everybody has to make a wisdom saving throw. Yay. And I'm like, oh, I have a +1 to all my saves because I found the ring. Yay. And I rolled under a 10 consistently, so I was frightened and I left. The 2 barbarians failed their wisdom saving throws, and we left the room. Because no. And everyone else was like... And it was funny because, like, the 2 barbarians ran out, and Dash was like, Dash was like, I see Arrakis bolt out of the room, and I hide. Because when the barbarians leave, shit is fucked up. And then, I mean, you could have set yourself up to get, like, an email or text alert when I go live. I have alerts. They go out. I even went live, like, 5 minutes early. I'll tell you the rest later. Long story short, Dash, our strength 8 rogue, got the bracers of archery that were LOL. Got the bracers of archery that were possessed by Kubazan, the frog-hemoth. The big frog thing with tentacles, who is a chaotic good god, whose flaw is, I have no fear and am willing to take great risks, which our rogue has, and now her strength is 23. And she's uncomfortably moist. So the warlock pulls back the final curtain, and there's just a boar's head mounted on the wall. But its mouth is dripping with fresh blood and gore. And there's like a sea of, yeah, I know, right? There's a sea of bones and bodies beneath it, right? And then we all have to make another wisdom saving throw. And Dragonbait fails and Dash fails. And they both just walk right up to the boar's head, right? And like, Demiurge had already looked around and was like, well, there's nothing else here. Because he succeeded his wisdom save. And he's like, well, there's nothing else here, so I think we should just leave. And he turned around and he saw Dash walking up to the boar's head, and he's just like, dude, there's nothing here. And Dash didn't even pay attention to him. And Aaron knows that that's unusual, and also Dash is never the first one in. Like, ever. So he's like, "Hey, Dash," and he grabs her by the arm, and she just pulls her arm out of his grasp, and he's like, "Okay, that's not right," and he like physically grabs her to keep her back away from the boar's head, and they have to do a strength saving. They have to do a strength check against each other. Aaron with his modifier of 0, and Dash with her new modifier of +6. That was the funniest shit. Anyway, Dash rolled really low, and so she's restrained. But nobody was paying attention to Dragonbait, who walked over and put his head into the boar's mouth, and it then chomped down on him and did like 36 damage. And everyone was like, "Oh, okay," And so Aaron's trying to keep Dash away from it and be like, "Oh God," and everyone else is trying to get Dragonbait away from it. And then meanwhile, I re-rolled another wisdom save, and I saved against being frightened, so I kind of was like, okay, sounds like shit's going down in there. Okay. Alright, okay. And I walk back in, and it's like, alright, make a wisdom saving throw, and I fail, and I immediately am compelled to walk towards the thing and put my head in its mouth, and like, that goes on for a while. Dash gets hurt by the boar's head and then makes her wisdom saving throw, and it's just like, "Oh Jesus, what's happening?" And then goes in, uses one of the poisons that she found to put Arrakis to sleep, and she's like not looking at the boar's head, and she's just like, "Hey Arrakis, I hate to do this, but does this smell like chloroform to you?" and Arrakis is like, "All right, what's the save that I have to make?" And he's like, "It's a Constitution saving throw. My Constitution is +2." And I'm like, "All right." So I rolled, and I got like a 10. Or no, I got like 1 under whatever I was supposed to roll. So that was fine. I'm asleep now, and so now the only one under its effect is Dragonbait, who's being held down on the floor, and Demiurge is like, "I'm just gonna stab the boar's head repeatedly until it dies," and he does, and then all the compulsion ends, and we're all like, "What the fuck?" So we decide we're gonna take a long rest. We're just gonna go back to the frog room, and we're gonna take a long rest and everything. And so Demiurge is off in the corner reading Ras Nisi's book, trying to see if there's anything about the lifting the curse for the others. He's gonna stay at Yuan-Ti because now he has a snake friend, because he had found a staff. He found Moa's staff, which turns into a snake, and so he's friends with the snake because Yuan-Ti can speak with the snakes, like, free of charge. And so Snake is out, and he's doing research, and Dash is just like, examining her new moist condition, and she looks over at Dragonbait, and she's just like, I don't know, do you think that's weird? And it's just like mussing her, her fur, and everything, and she's like, "Do you think that's weird?" And Dragonbait's just like, just kind of like, it was so funny. And so then he just like emits a light smell of lemons, and Dash is like, "Oh, okay, cool," and then Dragonbait, holds out his arm, and Dash is like, "Oh, uh, okay," and like licks his arm. At which point Dragonbait emits the smell of sandalwood. Now, Tyler and I had talked because there were some scents that were not covered in the list of scents available in the stat block of Tomb of Annihilation. So I suggested a couple, and one of the ones that I suggested was for playfulness, which was sandalwood. So Tyler is just like, he emits the scent of sandalwood, and I just started laughing because I was like, "Dude, he was fucking with you." And so Artis and Arrakis are over to one side, and Arrakis is, fixing her bloody head and everything, and her turban, which now has holes in it, because she's been wearing the turban the entire time. And Artis looks over at Dash and Dragonbait, and then he just kind of shakes his head, and he leans over to Arrakis, who's taking a drink of water, and he's just like, "I can't imagine anything worse than a moist cat." And Arrakis, like, chokes on her water for a little bit, recovers, clears her throat, looks over at Artis, leers, and says, I don't know, most men enjoy a good moist cat. And Artis, who was taking a drink of his own at the time, like, nearly died. That was the best moment. So then, let's see. We took a long rest, and we found another hallway, and there was, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. So, we went down a hallway, and then there was like a 15-foot hall that ends abruptly, and there's like a little hole down there, and we kind of looked at that and went, nah. And then there was like a 60-foot hallway, and at the end of the hallway was another chamber, which was like a 15-foot wide hallway, right? And there's these bas reliefs and everything. It was another puzzle. And we solved that, and there was a skeleton at the end, and we like had another like skeleton keys spine or whatever, so we killed that and we took the spine. So now we have 3 skeleton keys that we don't know what they go to, but we assume they're important. Only the warlock has it, so now he's never gonna part with it. And then at the end of that was another hallway, and we took some turns, and we found a peephole, and it like showed like a vulture hieroglyph. And we're like, okay. And then there was a stone slab with a jackal-headed god with locusts around him, and one of the locusts was raised, so we pushed it, and the stone slab slid down, and we're back in the hieroglyph room. We're in the bunny room, right? And we're like, okay, cool. And there was some business with the door, because Dash, like, stepped into the room onto the first square, which is a vulture. And nothing happened to her, except that the door slid up, and I was like, oh, God! And I shoved Gertrude between the block and the ceiling. And everyone was like, but why, though? And she's just like, well, we don't want Dash to be alone in the room. And it's just like, yeah, but we could just push the button again. And it's like, we don't know that if that works, and we don't know if that makes the tile, like, invalid or something, you know. And Aaron is just like, I think it's probably going to be fine. And he pushed the button and the stone slab slid back down. And I was like, oh, well, all right then. So, but now, like, oh, one of the things that happened was we fought these 2 tomb guardians, but they were tethered together with a chain. They were wearing collars, and there was a chain tethering them, and they were basically taking each other's damage. Like, they spread out their HP, right? And, Arrakis had been hitting them with Gertrude, the box, and then after they were dead, the magical golden sarcophagus that does 2d10 plus 4 damage. Inside is a magical item that we want, but it also does magical damage, and now that's Arrakis' weapon. It's a 70-pound gold hollow brick that is indestructible. Anyway, so we fought the 2 tomb guardians, and then I was like, so you said they have a chain? And Tyler's like, yeah. And I'm like, how long is the chain? He's like, it's about 15 feet wide, or long. And I was like, I would like to take the chain and use it to wrap around Gertrude, and that way I can, like, use it as a flail. And Tyler was like, okay, well, it's a spiked chain, so it does an extra 1d6 damage. Yeah. So I'm just like, So yeah. Box on a chain. It does 2d10 and 1d6 plus 4. Anyway, so some of the spikes chain bent links are now bent because of, me wedging it in there. But anyway, so we're like, okay, well, what's in the box? We don't know. We don't know what's in the box. The dust, the once mummy, now dust remains of a bunny-headed god and some magical item. That its spirit inhabits. It's gonna be pissed. Anyway, so Dash is on the first square, and Demiurge is like, I'm pretty sure you just have to go from vulture to vulture. And Dash, who is now not afraid, and is perfectly fine with taking great risks, goes, okay, and jumps using her 23 strength onto the next vulture, which is only a like vulture square vulture, right? Is immediately swarmed by locusts and takes 58 damage. She had already taken 17 damage and she only had 56 hit points. So, Tyler reads from the book. A target that is reduced to 0 hit points is immediately consumed by the locusts and dies. And all their stuff just falls onto that square. So Dash, the last surviving member of the original party, is dead. And Arrakis is horrified and heartbroken. And like, you know, we're all just like, oh. Yeah. And, yeah, so Demiurge, who has Mage Hand, basically starts gathering her remains. And Arrakis just, as soon as Dash's bones come within reach, Arrakis is just plucking them out of the air and just cradling them to her chest because that's her friend. And she's, like, openly weeping because Arrakis don't give a shit about your, dude bro sensibilities. And then, it's just, like, very carefully putting Dash in a sack, and it's just like, what are we gonna do? And Demiurge is like, I'm gonna resurrect her later. And Arrakis is like, you can do that? And he's like, no. And Arrakis is like, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna find somebody who can. And she's like, oh, okay. And he's just like, here, I'll carry her. And she's like, no, this is my friend. I'll carry her. And then they're like, I really don't think we need to mess with this room, like, at all. And it's just like, yeah, let's just leave. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I take her stuff and I hand the bow to Artis because the bow won't fit in the bag. And Demiurge is like, oh, I only gather her remains. And I was just like, oh, well, I mean, Arrakis would take issue with that. That's Dash's stuff. She's gonna need it when she comes back. The armor goes in a bag. All her inventory goes in the bag. The spoon of warming that she ended up with goes in a bag. The longbow gets handed to Artis, who now can do magical damage. And the bracers get floated over, and Arrakis grabs them, right? And since the original wearer is dead, Kubazan is resummoned, and goes through his whole spiel again, and then tries to possess me. And spoon of warming, we found that in the Christmas session where we were transported to Tiranal, and we fought Krampus, basically. But it's a spoon that keeps your food, the food that you're about to put in your mouth, at the perfect temperature. So if you're eating ice cream, it will be perfectly cold, and if you're eating soup, it will be perfectly hot. It's awesome. Anyway, what happened? I can't remember who ended up with the spoon, but I ended up with the box, and Dash ended up with the ribbon. And then when Gabriel ended up with the spoon. And then when Gabriel died, the spoon went into the box, and I never used it. And then when I died, the box and the spoon went to Dash. So Dash has it, and now Arrakis has all of it. It's for spooning people. So, Tyler's like, do you resist? And Arrakis is like, no. And Tyler's like, do you want 23 strength? And I'm just like, it's not even about that. It's this being inhabited my friend. And so now it's just a way for Arrakis to feel close to Dash past her death. And, and Aaron, Ian sitting beside me, he's just like, is Dash still in there? And I'm like, fuck you, Ian, don't make me cry at the table. And so, Kubazan possesses Arrakis. She's now got no fear, but it's not like she had much before. And, like, immediately Kubazan is just like, I am sorry for your loss. And there's, like, a moment, and Arrakis just fucking sobs. And now she's uncomfortably moist. Yeah, she puts the bracers on. She's now proficient with longbows, which she was proficient with longbows before, and she can do +2 damage with them. But that's not even like the point of having them. And like they were dashes, and now like she carries them for dash. But it's just like she puts them on. She's like, thanks, and it's basically like she wiped her nose on her entire body now. That's how uncomfortably moist she is, and it's funny because like, um, Artis is just like, it's okay, and he's like patting her, but it's like you pat and then like your skin kind of like when you pull it off, and he's just like, yeah, now she's always moist. That joke was made at the table, and it was funny. It was hilarious. So anyway, but that's what happened, and then we took some time. We discussed what Matt wanted to do, whether he wanted to come back as Clone Dash or whether he wanted to make a new character, and if that character died, bring Clone Dash in back, later, and because we've all been cloned, and she Dash decided that she was going to bring in a new character. So Matt's gonna play Brotholomew, the Bro Paladin of Bahamut, the Bro Dragonborn Paladin of Brohamut. So that's his character, and it's gonna be great. So all right, so that was D&D. That's what happened last night in D&D. It was a roller coaster. Oh, there was also a moment where like, yeah, one of the puzzles we had to get through was basically the clue was walk through water with weapon in hand, and we found out that we needed the trident to do it, and so, Arrakis was like, I wonder if you can just carry people through. I mean, because there was like only the one trident, or well, actually there was more, but we hadn't thought about it at that point. And our artist was like, well, I mean, shouldn't it be me carrying you, because I'm and you're and Arrakis is like, well, that makes no bloody sense. You're the archer and I'm the tank. I should be carrying you, and because that's how she thinks. And Artis was like, ooh, mounted combat, and he was making a joke, but Arrakis was like, how have I never thought of that before? So now it's possible that she will legitimately suggest that Artis hop on her back the next time they get in a fight. Alright. And now, the game. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh, holy shit, I am dropping frames like nobody's business. Alright, hold on, let me close this. Yeah, I noticed. Alright, let me see what else is on right now. Nothing that I don't need. Alright, well, let's see if that helps. Let me know if it gets any better or if it gets worse or what's going on. The extension keeps saying there is a new extension and we should tell you about it. What extension? What do we got? I mean, what's up with that? First what? Are we talking like the Streamlabs overlay? Or... Let me see if it'll show up on my channel. Ooh. Oh, I already played those. Okay. Oh, hold on. I don't know if I can, nope, I can't highlight that. And it's past it. Would you post it again, please? Because I'm in the Twitch, I'm on the Twitch, I'm on my channel now, so I can highlight it from the, chat and put it in a browser. What is this? Streamlabs Bits. All-in-one tool. Earn loyalty points, request songs, vote in polls. Oh. Okay, so it's... Alright. One sec. Oh. Spend your things. Okay. Alrighty. And now I activate. One sec. Extension. Streamlabs. You. Deactivate. You. Activate. Yes. Alright, cool. Alright, that's done. Now, hopefully it'll stop bothering everybody. Alright. Ah. 3. Nothing? Lame. Oh. Ow. Ooh. I too have potatoes. They are small potatoes, though. Oh, that's not a ledge. Hmm. Ha 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 ha, you stupid thing. Whoops. Alright. Fuck's sake. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, a Skulltula! What is over there? Okay. Ouch. Fuck's sake. Yeah. I just want to hit the top of the thing. Damn it. can't carry him around and fly? No? Alright. Oh, fuck's sake. I had it. No! Ah, come on. Alright. Alrighty. Yay! First, where am I on the map? So, you can't see my cursor anymore because I changed it. Hold on one sec. There we go. So, here and here are the only place I haven't been to in that part where the hand grabbed me and pulled me out of the entire dungeon. And I'm over here. I think this is the entrance. Hold on. Okay. Well. Oh, there's a ladder. Let's go down the ladder. I really don't think I should have. Nice. Oh. Aren't you supposed to be able to hook shot to vines? Lame. Alright. What else has we got here? Oh. Maybe I can hook shot to those vines if I'm closer. Yeah. Fuck. Alright. Oh. So I was wrong entirely. Sure. Okay, so where am I? So that is that side. And way over there is a door. And then there's that door that I can't currently get to. Oh, you're so funny! No, that's you. Again, that is you telling people to jump. I love how you push the credit for your evil deeds onto me. That's amusing. Can I please use that to destroy that? That would just be the best thing ever. Huh. Hold on, 1 second. Jesus. Yeah, aiming doesn't actually help with those guys. Because I was aiming there. Well, I mean, you can angle the shield so that I wanted to direct that guy's projectile to hit the plant thingy because I'm puckish that way. I wanted to use these bad guys against each other. Because that would have been endlessly amusing for me. Hold on a second. Oh. I don't think that I can get there because it's not on the wall. No. Alright, I'll just go through here. Map! Yeah, I have no desire to be here. Okay. So that's the main door, and that's that one. That door is locked. That ledge is currently inaccessible. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Get on the... Oh, that was another thing. I find them randomly. I don't like search them out, but if I hear them, I'll stop and look around. Like I'm sure there are plenty that I've missed. Just because I'm not that interested in them, but they're just there and that noise is annoying. Okay, so here's where I got grabbed before. Ouch. Alright. I'm sure that there's something I can do to make that eye close, and then I'm sure, like Jingos and Banjo. Well, I mean, the Jingos serve a purpose, though. It's not just an achievement. They actually help you at the end. Well, this is the part where I ran into problems. Okay. Oops. No? That's just a painting? Alright. I don't believe you. Oh, I see. It's the painting by which they keep tabs on me. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can set things on fire now. Fuck you, that's supposed to light things on fire. Ouch. Why? Navi, why would you do that? Oops, shit. Hold on a second. Funny. Ooh, yay. Did I get the compass? Oh! Nice. Hey, now I can get some practice. Hey. of want to leave and go buy stuff. Oh well, I'm here. Oh, I didn't find a key. You need a key! Mm-hmm. That's a weird formation. I mean, it was a different gradient than the rest of the walls. I took a shot. Okay. Alright. Time for some target practice. Oops. No, that's not what I want. You can't... That seems lame. No Z targeting? You moved. Ugh. Yeah, alright. Oops. Get your sword out, folks. Why are you not... Dude. Dude. Right, so I'm pressing B and nothing is happening. Alright, there we go. And yet... Wow, okay, so... Again, I was pressing B and nothing was happening. Psh, I've got 25 arrows left. I only used 5. See if I could do that every time. This is an exit, I believe. Oh! But now... Yay. Really? Okay, so... That's annoying. Alright. But it still works to save it. Hello, Free Infinity. I know, right? I mean, I can't do that every single time. I'm max on Deku Nets, but... I opened that. That had a key. Funny. I think she was making a joke. She's probably making a joke. She's puckish that way. Alrighty, let's see. I'm just going to move my cursor over here. Ow, I have one more controller. Ow. Oh, my legs. Oh, fuck. Ouch. Look, it's gold. Also be the ROM. Might be the ROM is glitching. Which... That's too bad. I really liked my see-through turquoise one. Alright. Alright, everything appears to be working. Not enough to grab onto it. Yeah, there's a door up there, I think. Heartless One getting impatient with my exploration of a game that I have never played before. Deku Nuts, really? No, you'll just have to suffer with me, Free Infinity. Heartless One is super impatient, especially if he's already played a game. You should see the playthrough of me playing Portal. Like, after a certain point, he's just like, "You do this!" Like, to him it's super obvious, so he's just like, "Why aren't you getting it?" Okay. Watching you spend 5 minutes explore a square room for a hidden box and going, "There's nothing in here," is not hurrying you. Explaining that you can't get back to an area for a chest because you have passed the point of no return and, you know, preventing you... Oh, sorry. I forget how loud my mic is. My bad. And preventing you from spending 3 hours trying to get back to said box is not hurrying you. Oh, well. Psh. Get back here. Sorry about that, Free Infinity. I forget how high I have the mic just so people can hear me. Oh, well shit. That was unexpected. Where are you? I fell down. Oh. Ugh, this guy. What's in here? Danger. Oh shit. Eh. Oh shit. That's that happened. Alright. Well, where's it gonna drop me? Right outside? Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm good. I need to go... Yeah. That sucked. It sucked pretty hardcore. Oh, fuck. I don't suppose there's a faster way for me to get back. That's a good point. What is the Song of Time? Left A down. Excuse me, right A down. Nothing happened. Yay! The Temple of Time. I'm pretty sure he means the Temple of Time. Anything? If I slay these guys, do they come back? I don't have the Prelude of Light, I just have the Minuet of Time. Yeah. I'm missing one. Oh well. Alright, so that was fun. I mean, not really, but what are you gonna do? Like... Oh. So, I just go back? I mean... yeah, I do need to buy, like, some things, some health-related things. Oh, that reminds me. Lon Lon Ranch is this way. need health stuff. Come on, Sunrise! Wanna buy some milk? Can't do it at night. Actually, I'm probably sure. I don't know if I can in the future. I might have to go back to being a little kid. Oh, that was the cuckoo. Really? Oh, I have a Pona song, I just don't have a Pona. Hello. At the Temple of Time? Okay. Hmm. of my way, other horses. Hey. What is... Come on. Alright. I'm sure there's a way to get Epona from this guy. I know it involves racing him, which is a pain in the ass. And I know I need her later, but I'll get her later. I just wanted to go ride the horse. Anyway. I will be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm gonna mute my mic and put up the little please stand by thing. And then I'll be back in like, I don't know, 3 minutes. I'll be back. I have returned. Okie dokie. So. I could resave. Yeah, okay. Save. Yep. Alright. One sec. Cool. Hi. Yeah, no, I know. I'm gonna need you to, could you move, please? Oh my god. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the song right here, you know, while you're there. That's fine. That's dumb, though. That's true. I can go to the village. Kakariko Village, not Hyrule Town, because, that place has got... I should have just walked. These guys. Excuse me. Mm. Whoops. That's the archery place. Okay. Hi. Buy it from you to sell it to somebody else? I mean, sounds like a bad deal. I think I'll just take... Oh, I don't have enough money. One sec. I'll be back. stupid, lame, grown-up rocks. Parkour. I'm just gonna cut the grass here. Hope you don't mind. Whoop. Was that a heart? Oh, no. Oh boy. Go away, Navi. Oh, I gotta go talk to the skeleton. And the field shall run green with the chlorophyll of my enemies. Well, let's go see if Hyrule Town still has, the Minuetta Forest. Probably. Right now I need 7 more coins so I can go buy another fairy. Well, that's new. Oh, no, it's not. That's right. Okay. Yay. What? It's perfectly safe. Don't tell me you believe those old stories. That's what I say because I'm white and we don't believe in shit. Okay. I thought you'd like that. Hey, you want to run to the graveyard real quick with me? What? No. Oh, come on, dude. It's at night. It's nighttime. It's nighttime right now. What? Like, yeah, it'll be fine. There's nothing. Ghosts aren't actually real. Come on, we'll bring my Ouija board. It'll be fun. Super safe. Hi. Thanks for the welcome. Do not use the ferry. Okay. What's this one? He's not, though. Hi. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Hey, I didn't take damage. Ooh, a stick! Eh. I've been in there already. That's probably the boss area right there. Okay. You again. Right, so don't let it touch you and try not to die. And I guess once the little ones show up, shoot them? Probably? Not that this will do anything. Sure. Oh. Oh, hey! Hey, Free Infinity. Where'd you go? I mean, I don't need it, but alright. Okay. Cool. Cool. What'd you watch? Ouch. What? Red Dragon. Is that one of the Hannibal movies? Oh! That's a good movie. Okay. Now, where was that door? Okay. Is it that one? Wait. There's the big door, so that's top of the room. So, there's a door over there, I guess. Or not. Oh, that's top of the room. So it'd be... this one? myself. So the slanty bit, cursor detected, is where I am. So the thing is, yeah, it's that door, which I can't get to from here. So I gotta go around. So through there, okay. Get it! If you turn around. Deku nuts. Oh, hold on a second. How? How did that happen? Oh, I went the wrong way. That's how that happened. I gotta go fight this guy again. Alright. So. Here's the one with the eye. Nope, not that way. That one. So up there, which I can't get to. Hold on. Let me get closer. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so I can't get there from here. So what else is there? So if I go straight across, I'll be in the maze room again. I get up to the room with the eye. I go straight across without changing it. Okay. Puzzles. Ah. compass? Aye. It'll also tell you which direction you're going. Huzzah. I'm okay with not getting that chest. Okay, so I'm there. That's the way I came in. Hi. Oh. Well. Yeah. Well. We're gonna be here a minute. Ouch! Ow. Oh god! You didn't grab me. Go, go, go. Wait a minute. Where am I? Yeah. Wow. Awesome. Oh boy. Okay. 2 up, 1 over. Straight. Ow! Fuck me. Get there. You're joking. Alrighty. Fuck.
Watch out!
And it gets squished. What? Oh. Well. Shoot. Oh, that's the arm. Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna lose this, so. Oh, okay. Oh my god, Link. Get swole. Well, shit. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Blocks? Blocks? I will do my best! Ow! Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Well, that was pressing up against my ear. Ear's all tender now. Okay. Enjoy your steaks. Oh, dang it. Oh, should have gone the other way. Would have been faster. Ah! Too late. Oh! I could get on top of it. Grab. Oh my. What? Wait. Okay. Okay. don't see anything different about any of these pictures. Nope. What? Oh, trying to leave. That's what. Okay. Hello. Ew. Oh shit. Ouch! Shit. Luckily, I have 2 fairies. Anybody else? Fuck. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just low on arrows is all. Listen. Again, never played this game before. I don't know how many arrows it takes. I don't know if you have to hit him before he comes out or after. I'm out. Shit. Do I have to stun him with my... Well, no, I can't use the ocarina. That didn't work. Come here. What do you got, Navi? Oh, you don't say. That's not gonna work. Oh, wow. Really? Ouch. Yeah. Well, I mean, it kinda does. For instance, do you have to shoot him as he's coming down the path? Do you have to wait till he emerges? Ouch. From the painting? Rude. Fuck. Come on. Die. Fuck you. The shit? Alright. Well. Thanks. Right, well. Sure. So, it's 3 o'clock. So I'm going to save here and come back to this forest situation later. Right. So. Fucking ignore all bad guys with the arrows until that fight, and then only shoot them once you see the purple swirly energy. And also watch out for multiple cannons, I guess. Alright. Well, in any case, I won't be on tomorrow morning because, I mean, my work starts at 2, but I pretty much have to leave at 12:30 just so I can get there. Make sure that traffic doesn't fuck me, basically. And then I work till 11. But Monday is generally, as far as I'm, been given to understand, Monday is generally a busy day, so I probably won't get home before midnight. So if I stream tomorrow, and there's no guarantee that I will, if I stream tomorrow, it won't be until 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll probably only do it till 3, and then I'll go to sleep, because I still want to keep streaming. But we'll see how it goes. I might have to stop streaming for a while, which is unfortunate, but, especially since I just made affiliate. But, we'll see. But until the next time I see you, I will make sure that I put updates on my feed, so... No, I didn't beat the dungeon. Sorry, nah. I'm like, My enthusiasm for it right now is low, so I'm not gonna do my best at it, you know what I'm saying? I'll come back later, I'll beat the dungeon, because all that's left to do is fight the boss. And, yeah. And then, okay, so I will maybe see you tomorrow, maybe not, but there will be information on the feed that is right under this video at some point, so if you want to come back and check on it, then there'll be information. And I'll see you when I see you. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy Father's Day again to everybody to whom that applies. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.